Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. One of my favorite episodes. I love them because my friend Mo will guide us through Juventus Verona this time. I'm always curious to know what I will learn because the tactics that Mo explains are amazing. And remember, last time when we played versus Verona, Mo was not there, so Pirlo was not able to watch the videos. We drew 1-1 with a disgusting game. He came back just before the Champions League game and we did an amazing game. So I hope that you have really nice things to tell us more because we need
For
it. We
sure.
need to go back to the victory. How are you doing,
Yeah,
my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you, Giuseppe?
I'm tired. I will be honest with you. I'm tired. I just recorded the 5 things about that I will post probably after this video because Martina is in Alaska, so I'm taking over. I'm exhausted, but I can't wait to see our boys back on the field. This time with the kit, the special Pharrell Williams kit that I'm sure, Mo, it's totally your style, isn't
Oh,
it?
for sure, for sure.
Okay, so for the people that are new to the channel, please put a maximum of like on this video. Why? Because we need it. Mo is doing an incredible work. He's guiding us through the expected 11 2 days before the game. We will speak about the strength, the weakness, and the opportunities of Juventus and Verona, the danger of Verona, who we'll really have to pay attention to, and also the prediction time. That's super important. So put a maximum of like if you are new and you love tactics. Please subscribe. And now we start. But before starting, don't forget
Yeah,
you go on Twitter after the video and you subscribe to Mo his account at Chehali. And now we start. We start with the first slide. It's a special slide that you choose for this
yeah,
season. You're always choosing a bit of a history. So I'm
yeah.
curious. Who's that? I know who he is, but can you explain?
That's Favilli. Actually, the only time I saw him play was in the US in the ICC competition, and he was okay. He wasn't great, but then we sold him, etc.
He
And
was
now
good.
he's playing with Verona.
Can you? Am I wrong if he's the one that scored from the midfield?
Yeah,
Ah, you see, I remember because for you it was normal time, but for us in Europe it was like in the middle of the night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I was watching the games and I remember him scoring an amazing goal.
yeah,
I think it's that image. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's that particular image.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so he's gonna play against us tomorrow. Actually, Mirko Di Natale did an interview with his father. If you guys know Italian, please go and read it. It's really great.
I
So
want to
yeah,
I want to say hello to Mirko Di Natale, who's writing always for Tutto Juve. Great guy. He was also on the channel, and he's doing those kind of interview that you can't read and find everywhere because he's always interviewing the family of players or ex players. So if you have the chance in Italian to see and to read his articles on Tutto Juve, I highly recommend it. Now we can start speaking about the ranking, Mo, because
yeah.
doesn't look that good after four games, for Juve.
For Juve, no, win, draw. It's well, the second win was also because we didn't play, but 8 points after 4 games, it's still very weak. It's not. We're not really far because we're only 4 points away from AC Milan, and we can quickly catch up. But against teams like Verona, like Crotone, we can't lose these points because it's gonna cost us a lot at the end.
Mm. What about Verona?
Verona, they got also a nice gift of 3-0 at the beginning, and they won also another game, but they didn't start super well, and there is a reason for that. I'm gonna explain in a bit. But last year they did something really amazing. They were like a surprise to everyone. They almost made it to Europe. They
Yeah, yeah.
finished ninth. Uh, Juric is actually a student of Gasperini. He played under Gasperini, so he uses a bit his similar tactic when he goes for it.
before going to the expected 11 more, I want to show also something for people that are new and can't wait. We will soon speak about those kinds of images. So, for people that are curious to know what this is about, after the expected 11, we go into detail to explain those kinds of images. So, keep and stay on the channel because I love that part. Expected 11 more. Juventus, we start with them.
Yeah. So my expected 11, I picked that yesterday night, and I saw this morning there were some newspapers that agreed a bit with what I put. I put Dybala, that Dybala will start, and why this is really important because it's gonna boost his confidence. It's gonna put him in sync a bit with the other players. He's still not fresh, and he doesn't still know like all the tactics of Pirlo. So this is a great
Yeah.
game to test him. So I put him there. I put Kulusevski on the right and not Quadrado, and I put Frabotta. Why not Quadrado? I wanna keep him fresh for Barcelona. He's gonna run a lot, so I want him fresh, and that's why I put Kulusevski.
Demiral from the first minute.
Demiral for sure. So I did the same thing. Danilo on the left, Demiral on the right, and in the middle I put Arthur and Bentancur. Uh, I want to also keep Rabiot for Barcelona. Arthur, he's gonna get more into the game. I don't think he's gonna be a starter for Barcelona, but let's see how he's gonna play against Verona, and then we can assess.
I'm really curious to see how we will play because I believe I don't know if Ronaldo will be there versus Barcelona or not. We don't know yet. We will have to wait until the last minute, but I believe it will be a big, big test, Verona, to prepare the game versus Barcelona, especially the offensive style. So I
Mhm.
totally agree with you with Dybala being there. Absolutely yes. Frabotta also, Demiral also. The rest is a bit tricky. I don't know today. For sure, Arthur. I believe also he will start with who I don't know, but I believe we will see him also. What about Verona?
Verona, they play 3-4-2-1. So again, you're gonna see something really funny about this. I just took this an hour ago, and look at all the players and what they're wearing. They're wearing different shirts than Verona. Why? Because it's still big in the beginning of the season, and all these are either just recently purchased or loans. And this is what's really weird about Verona, that from last year, a lot of players were also on loan and went back, and now they got new players. And this is great because you can see all the different teams that were added
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, I see them.
Yeah,
That's strange. You know that's always a bit relegation teams that are doing those kind of thing. It's strange to have Verona doing this as well because they were in already in Serie A, and as you said, they played
yeah,
quite well. So they are starting again. They are quite solid in defense. I believe this season. I believe they have the best defense together with Milan.
yeah.
For sure, they played one game less because they won it 3-0 after the game versus Roma. It was versus Roma with that
Yes,
Diawara story. So for sure, but they are quite solid in defense with a
yeah,
new team.
absolutely,
That's quite okay. Uh,
absolutely.
what what about strengths, weaknesses, and opportunity? More. If we start with the strengths of Verona.
Yeah. So they will always, well, not always, but most of the time attack from the left. This is their strong point. So you have Di Marco there finding Zaccagni, and you see like he has support from Favili, who's there as well. He's the striker, and Barak. So they're gonna all go provide support. But you have Faraoni down there also. He's always there providing help. So in the next play, you have Zaccagni, he finds Barak, and you're gonna find Favili going in, Faraoni going in. So Barak has many options, but he will, well, he's gonna be a bit slow, but he will pass it back to Tameze, and then Tameze will pass it to Faraoni. And Faraoni is by himself there. He shoots, but he missed. So this
Okay.
is the danger. They're always gonna shift between sides. You're gonna see them concentrated on one side, on the left side, but then you're gonna see Faraoni providing that extra support on the right.
So the mistake that we did versus Crotone, where we were all on one side, leaving actually the wings and especially the right wings alone, we will
Yeah,
have to pay attention to don't make that mistake again, right?
absolutely, absolutely.
If Frabotta plays with Kulusevski or Quadrado, if you put Kulusevski, I believe Kulusevski will be a bit more offensive. That means that Frabotta will go back to the line of four. If
Yeah,
it's Quadrado that plays, who do you believe will go down? Still Frabotta?
yeah, yeah. Well, no, if it's Cuadrado, Cuadrado will go down actually. Cuadrado, he's really good defensively this season, and he showed also some signs that he's solid. Also, in some occasions, sometimes he does some crazy stuff, uh, but yeah, he's gonna be the fourth, like what we saw against Dynamo Kiev.
And then
Frabotta
we have
will support up.
another strength of Verona, right? A
Yeah,
bit what
yeah,
I said to you a few minutes ago, and that's their
yes,
defensive strength, isn't it?
yeah. Look how many players they have inside the box.
Luckily, you wrote them because there were too much to count. So nine.
Exactly, exactly. So the whole team is there inside the box. And why I picked against Roma, because this is how they're going to play against big teams. They're going to stay at the back, they're going to focus on counters, and then they're all going to run, but they're going to run as a block as well.
Mm.
So this is their strength. They're not going to give you any space inside the box.
The thing is that this season, if you really watch Juventus, the big difference with last year is that we are often in the box with Juventus. We have some facilities to enter it, and we have a lot of shoots from inside the box.
Yes.
So that can be a difficulty, yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
if they are all in the box, we will probably have to try solutions from the outside, like Kulusevski did for the opener versus Dynamo Kiev with Morata doing a bit the Trezeguet being there.
Yeah.
But that's good that you noticed that one. And then they have some weaknesses as well, I hope.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So their weakness is scoring. They're terrible at it. They had a lot of chances. I've watched many games. They always miss. So here, Faraoni, he's by himself. All he has to do is try to find the right angle, but instead he runs all the way and then shoots and it goes across the goal. And then the Carmine here, same thing. Look, he's by himself. There's no one on him, and he missed. And you see this trend over and over again. Zakani, same thing. He managed to go in front of the defenders. It was a really nice play, but then he shot next to it. So
So that
this you're gonna see a lot. This is their major problem. They scored one goal, and it was Favili. One goal.
So we hopefully they miss a lot versus us, but
Yeah,
I will tell you even more. Hopefully they don't even have all those occasions.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, for sure. But
one
before
part that
going,
I also
also they have another player that was dangerous, like Kalinic. They bought Kalinic, and Kalinic, he gave an interview. He said he loves scoring against Juventus.
he
He's
scored
not
in
gonna
Serie
start,
A
but
in 8 games. He scored 4 times versus Juve. I know because I just did the 5 things you need to know about. So I studied, and 4 goals out of 8 matches. That's at 0.5 per game. It's quite good, huh? Uh,
yeah,
quite good.
yeah,
And then you have Juventus, the Juventus part, where we are
yeah,
good or bad at.
yeah.
So this slide.
Yeah, so I always pick the last game to see how we can, what's good and what we can improve. So here, what was good about the last game is actually the goal, because here you can see, look, Bentancur, before this, he received a nice ball from Cuadrado, who ran. You don't see him in the screen. You don't see Cuadrado, but he is actually all the way there. And Bentancur finds Chiesa by himself, so he managed to give him the ball. And you already see you have Ramsey from one side, and you have Morata from the other. And then Chiesa goes in and look at all the options that he has there. He has Ramsey. He could pass it to Morata. He could pass it back to Kulusevski. He decided to pass it to Ramsey. And then Ramsey also same thing. He has at least three options: pass it back to Chiesa, and then Chiesa could cross, or pass it directly to Morata, who could score. But he decided to pass it to Kulusevski. So this is something we could use against Verona.
What I wanted to remind people is, you were explaining that Verona was quite good in the box, defending with 9 men plus the goalkeeper. And I told you we are really good at entering the box versus the past. And you see it clearly in that image. Last year, I never ever remember one of those images.
Yeah,
Never.
yeah. It was normally Ronaldo by himself or something like that.
Yeah.
The weakness, it was hard to find weaknesses during that game because they really followed like the what Pirlo instructed them. But when I saw like some changes and Dybala coming in, there was a bit of mix up because Dybala didn't know exactly where to place himself. Ramsey, he went from the left to the right. Um, so there was a bit of confusion during this period, and you could see it. Look, there was a nice ball to Cuadrado.
Yeah.
Cuadrado went all the way, and he was running. He found space. He passed it back to Ramsey, but look, Dybala was in the way too. So Ramsey didn't have a great shot, and it was blocked. So
Oh,
this is the problem that we should watch out. We should always we should see how Dybala plays because right now he's a bit running everywhere. He's going, providing support in the center, and then going running to the right, and then running to the left. It's a bit messy there.
the last time that I saw Dybala like that, and again, it's the 31st minute that he played, the first 30 minutes that he plays after an injury, didn't have the preparation, but uh, I had the same impression. And the last time I saw Dybala playing like that was with Allegri when he was really confused and a lot of time in the midfield. So I was quite happy also that Pirlo said that he wants as well that Dybala plays forward, that he plays in the
Yeah,
front and not coming back, because otherwise that can create confusions. And I believe also that he will play in the first minute of the game to gain minutes, because then
yeah,
we have a really important game versus Barcelona, and also to find the automatism in 15-16 when we had Morata, when we had Mandzukic and Dybala. They had a beautiful score with Dybala
yeah,
scoring 23 goals in that season, Morata 12. Was absolutely not bad. So they know each other,
yeah.
but yeah, let's hope they can rediscover them and understand the system of Pirlo.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Then you had a dangerous man.
Yeah. So I picked Faraoni. Okay, maybe because I'm Egyptian and he's a pharaoh. But Faraoni will be really dangerous on the right, so we have to really watch out. I showed that play there. He's good at providing assists. He's the only one who provided an assist right now, and he can shoot. Not always score, but he could be a danger.
To, and that's where I think that I don't know if Kulusevski is the right pick for you. If he's the most dangerous man on the right, putting Demiral there in a 3 man defense makes sense because he has a lot of aggressivity, and that's good. Kulusevski, I don't know if it will be enough. So that's why maybe Cuadrado will start. I don't know. I don't know. I trust you more than Pirlo, so I go with you. But sometimes I have so kind of feeling when you explain me the things.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree with you. If for me, if we were not playing against Barcelona, I would have put Cuadrado. But because against Barcelona, we're gonna need Cuadrado at 100% and running a lot. I want to keep him and put him like just probably 30 minutes or something in the game.
Prediction time. The prediction. People loves them. I never predict, guys, because I jinx it. So Mo will do it again alone. What do you think,
Yeah,
Mo?
1-0 for Juve.
Oh, that's tight. You think it will be a really a tight game and boring game, or a game where Juventus will try but will not be able to enter?
Yeah, Juventus will try a lot. Again, their defense is very strong. They have a pretty decent goalkeeper too. I didn't talk about him, but he's pretty good. So expect some saves from him. So yeah, that's why I put 1-0 because it's gonna be really tough to break that deadlock there, the defense.
Okay. Goal scorer?
Ooh, Morata again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Goal scorer, I can say. I feel Dybala. I feel a goal from
Dybala.
outside the box of Dybala. I feel it. And guys, this was it. Thank you again because it was an amazing video. I say thank you to Mo, but thank you also to you that are watching the channel, that are supporting the channel so much. For me, it's always a pleasure to discuss with Mo and also to read all the comments. Um, be confident. We have now all the tools to succeed. I'm sure that after watching that video, you are also watching the game differently. So hopefully, we can meet after the game versus Verona with a big smile, and that we can identify all those things. So I already say hello, and as always, we stop with Mo that will close the channel because the show is yours, Mo.
perfect. So thank you everyone for watching and for staying up to now. I know it's the 22nd minute, and thank you, Giuseppe. Please subscribe. This guy is doing some amazing work. If you have comments, if you want to reach out, please don't hesitate. I'll always read them and reply as well. So, fino alla fine. See you guys.